And I'm in no hurry to watch Caesar's triumphal entry into Rome.
Why, what's the matter with you?
Do you take us all for fools? Don't you think we know what Caesar plans to do?
And what does Caesar plan to do?
Well, go and listen to him in the Senate tomorrow and you'll learn what he plans to do. We don't have to. It's no music to our ears to hear him desert us. He's drunk with Egypt and he's deserting us. You want to do everything alone. You took advantage of Caesar lying on his funeral pyre to gain the public support for yourself. You used my uncle's dead body to win control, holding up his blood-stained toga like any play actor to make the crowd cheer you. You with your friends, Romans, country... And how do you propose to punish Egypt?
I shall write a letter to the Egyptian queen, demanding that she meet me in the public square in Tarsus.
A letter? The great Mark Antony fights with friendly note.
At last you agree with me that Mark Antony is a traitor to Rome. He sailed to Egypt with the queen and lived there ever since with no thought of Rome. Who is this poisonous snake that wrecks our men? Caesar first, and now Antony. When will it end? I'll tell you when. Now! This time it's my turn. There will be no more talk of war. There will be war. No more shining words, but shining steel.
Come down and surrender.
You come up and get me!
Words. He fights to the last with words.
Words, all right, you listen to him. I'll come down and fight you alone.
I can think of easier ways for you to die.
I suppose of all the requests that have ever been made, yours is the most hopeless.
Spare Antony's life, I'd sooner be dead myself. And as for you, this time you do go back to Rome in chains.
You may do your will, but he's a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavius.
Now, Antony, our hopes are answered. You said the enemy would not come down, but hold the hills in the upper regions. It proves not so. Their battles are at hand. Now, Brutus, thank yourself this tongue had not offended so today, if Cassius might have ruled. Come, the cause! I draw sword against conspirators. When think you the sword goes up again? Never, till Caesar's 33 wounds be well avenged. Or till another Caesar has added slaughter to the swords of traitors?
Complete victory, Octavius. Did trumpets ever sound with such import? You, Mark Antony, and I, Octavius, sole rulers of the world. Of Rome. Rome is the world. I'd better return there at once. You'll deal with Brutus? My pleasure. And I tell you this, the triumvirate no longer exists. Rome is no longer ruled by Mark Antony, Octavius, Caesar, and Lepidus. On your decision today, Rome can either rise or fall. The principles of Mark Antony have been seduced by a woman, an Egyptian, who would bring her Oriental court to Rome so that she can rule Rome. Here stands the living proof of the ambitions of Cleopatra. Lucilius, commander of Antony's armies, who escaped from Egypt to bring the information to me. Cleopatra's armies are being moved within striking distance of Rome. Are we to watch idly while destruction closes in, or do we declare war now? War! The armies of Antony and Cleopatra must be destroyed first. Then will come Alexandria. The power of Egypt must be crushed. It goes well, Lucilius. You've seen Antony?
Not since Actium, then only a glimpse.
There was a time when he would have been at the head of his men.
When it's over, sir, I'd like permission to see him first.
You have it.
Thank you.
Your brother, too, must die. Consent you, Lepidus?
I do consent.
Bring him down, Antony.
For what shall I meet you here?
Or here, or at the Capitol.
Is it fit the threefold world divided, he should stand one of the three to share it?
So you thought him, and took his voice who should be pricked to die in our black sentence and proscription. You may do your will, but he's a tried and valiant soldier.
So is my horse, Octavius. And let us presently go sit in council how covert matters may be best disclosed, and open peril surest answered.
Let us do so, for we are at the stake, and bait about with many enemies, and some that smile have in their hearts, I fear, millions of misters. According to his virtue, let us use him, with all respect and rites of burial. Within my tent, his bones tonight shall lie most like a soldier, ordered honorably.
You were wrong in preventing me.
Caesar was too ill to sit his horse.
Caesar? Ah, yes. I keep forgetting.
I have inherited the name. I have made it mine. Then with Lepidus in Africa and you in the East, bringing order to Rome and Italy will be my problem.
So it seems.
Spain and Gaul are not enough for me. I shall need money. There have been tax riots in Rome already.
Let him stay however distant for however long with never a thought of them. The Roman people hold him close to their hearts. Germanicus, do you speak of me?
No, Octavian, I speak of Caesar.
I am Caesar.
Granted that he marries Octavia. Will he forget Cleopatra? Will she permit him to forget?
Most probably not.
Read for yourselves how dearly Antony loves you, loves Rome in this, his last will under his seal.
I want Antony alive, and I want her alive.
He's dead.
What?
Lord Antony is dead.
Is that how one says it? As simply as that. Mark Antony is dead. Lord Antony is dead. The soup is hot, the soup is cold. Antony is living, Antony is dead. Your country, your possessions, and you are mine by right of conquest. I will permit you to rule Egypt as a Roman province and return your possessions. There is one condition. You will first accompany me to Rome.
Proud citizens of Rome wait for hours in the hot sun to see my dead body drag through the forum.
I will have you closely watched.
Your brother, too, must die. Consent you, Lepidus, and bade about with many enemies. And some that smile have in their hearts, I fear, millions of mischiefs.
He's a tried and valiant soldier. So is my horse, Octavia.
Now, Antony, our hopes are answered. You said the enemy would not come down, but keep the hills and upper regions. It proves not so. Their battles are at hand. They mean to warn us at Philippi here, answering before we do demand of them.
Lead your legions softly on.
Upon the left hand of the even field. Upon the right hand, I. Keep thou the left.
Why do you cross me in this exigent?
I do not cross you, but I will do so.
Words before blows. Is it so, countrymen?
Not that we love words better, as you do.
This tongue had not offended so today, if Cassius might have ruled.
Come, the cause. If arguing make us sweat, the proof of it will turn to redder drops. Look, I draw a sword against conspirators. When think you that the sword goes up again? Never, till Caesar's 33 wounds be well avenged, or till Octavius Caesar shall add his slaughter to the sword of traitors.
Caesar, thou shalt not die by traitors' hands.
So I hope. I was not born to die on Brutus' sword.
A peevish schoolboy, worthless of such honor, joined with a masker and a reveler. Hold Cassius still.
Defiance, traitors, hurl we in your teeth. If you dare fight today, come to the field. If not, when you have stomachs. Come, Antony, away.
They say that he is the greatest orator of our time, and I've asked him to prepare an oration to mark the 7th anniversary of the Battle of Actium.
Oh, no.
What's the matter? Is it too boring for you?
Well, we had one last year.
That was last year, and anyway, the speaker was very dull. This man, they say he's wonderful.
7 years today is St. Antony and all his hopes in the harbor of Actium.
You see how the young mock the battle scars of their elders?
Who does he think he is?
We know whom he thinks he is, your successor.
He's too old. I need to groom a younger man.
We can't do without Marcus Agrippa. Give him 4 or 5 months, then call him back.
No.
Do it, my dear. Better to call him back when you don't need him than have to humble yourself when you do.
No! I know what I'm doing. You'll not make a laughing stock of my family, or as quick as boiled asparagus, I'll have you out. Out! You listen to me. Mark Antony was twice the man you are. And when he spat on my sister, he learned a lesson that he didn't live long enough to profit from. Do you understand me? Is there anyone in Rome who has not slept with my daughter? What have I done to deserve this?
Yes. It's a hard thing to see a child banished. Don't I know that?
I'll never bring him back. Never. He drove her to it. He was the one who set her on that road. None of this would have happened but for him. I'll never bring him back. Never. He can stay there and rot.
Do you propose going back to Egypt or staying here in Italy and exercising your share in the government of Rome?
I haven't decided yet.
Shall we strike a bargain then? Half each, as absolute ruler, with no right to interfere in the government of the other half.
Define the halves.
You, Greece, Asia, Egypt, and all that goes with them.
And you?
Italy, Sicily, Gaul, Spain. The world in halves, each with his half. It's more practical. You're making your headquarters in Athens, are you?
For the time being. If the Parthians or the Armenians get troublesome, I'll have to move it further east to Tarsus, Antioch, Ephesus, something like that.
Alexandria?
No, I don't think Alexandria.
You used to be fond of the city. It's a terrible insult to you. But it's really meant as an insult to me.
No.
Well, I can't let him get away with it. Or he'll become more outrageous at every moment in his defiance of the Senate and Rome and
you.
And me.
That's what hurts.
Yes.
Then make friends with Antony. Forgive him. Ask him to forgive you.
We are past the point where that would have been possible.
I love him.
And he loves that harlot queen.
Punish me, but let the line of the Ptolemies and the Cleopatras go on.
I regret that that will not be possible.
Why not? It's a great and noble line.
It must come to an end. Fools! You were told to see that nothing like this happened. Charmian, is this well done?
What are they saying?
I believe they're saying Caesar's whore, Your Majesty. I'm very troubled.
About what? The Egyptian queen and that child she has tricked you into claiming as your own. The child is my own, Octavius. Caesar, Cleopatra is using you to advance her own fortunes. Everyone can see this but you.
Cassius is dead. By his own hand.
Excellent. It's been a long, hard struggle. But Caesar is avenged.
Caesar would have never desecrated the bodies of his enemies.
He murdered Caesar. He was an assassin. You're late!
No, I'm just not as obsessively punctual as you, Octavius.
Caesar! Caesar himself chose me as his heir.
You deceived him into thinking you were worthy. If you want to avoid a civil war, then you will stay out of Egypt. You can have everything else. Take it or leave it.
Very well, then. I think our new friendship requires a more personal guarantee. Not only does he proclaim an Egyptian bastard as heir to Rome, he succeeds the wealth of Syria to a foreign power. I declare a just and righteous war against Antony and Cleopatra!
It's a fight he wants.
Patience, patience. We'll draw him in. Has she enchanted you as well?
I'm under orders from Caesar.
Caesar is dead. I am Caesar now.
I am a goddess. I am immortal.
Ah, yes, the daughter of Isis. You and I are very much alike. You have nothing to fear from Caesar. Egypt and Rome have always been close.
Then he spared them because they're Romans. Now they repay him with plots.
Caesar's a great general, and I'm his nephew. The city stinks. It's so poor now. The greed of the nobles and civil wars done this. Get me on my horse.
You're mad. I'll not deliver you to Caesar dead.
Bad for your career?
She's watching me.
Who?
The girl I will marry.
Where?
Somewhere.
Don't certain noble ladies find amusement in low-born partners?
Actors, freedmen,
even house servants, exotically low. You, however, are simply modestly low.
Obviously, modesty isn't one of the famous noble virtues. You saw him die.
20 men with daggers came at us. I don't know why I'm alive.
They must have not wished you dead.
Another civil war? Is that what you want, boy?
My name is Gaius Caesar.
He marched out without consulting even one of you. This is a grave matter. No man stands above the law of the Republic. I, Mark Antony, bequeath to my wife Cleopatra, priestess of Isis, queen of Egypt, my entire worldly fortune. I, Mark Antony, regard my sons, the sons of Cleopatra, as my sole heirs. Mark Antony has betrayed Rome.
I'd spare your life if I could, Mark Antony.
I was not begging for your mercy. I wonder if your divine father, Julius Caesar, foresaw this end.
No. And neither did I.
Off you go with your mother, boys and boys. Agrippa will be home tomorrow, and then your father, you and I will make war on your mother's cow.
Agrippa is dead. Death is no longer an idea to me, Julia. It is a man standing in the hall, outside in the streets, in the fields, waiting. He has a face. I recognize him now. And he is asking me questions. He was my dear friend, and he is dead.
Yes. Your enemies are just waiting for the right moment to kill you. And this is the moment. Agrippa is your heir apparent. You too nearly died today. Where do you think that will leave your empire tomorrow?
At the stumbling feet of your son, I suppose, exactly where you want it. I love you, Livia. I always have and always will.
We both fell in love with your destiny.
No. First, I loved you.
Yes. And then?
And then, life became so much more difficult. Iulus believes I destroyed the Republic. He thinks I am a tyrant.
You are a tyrant.
Confessing his adultery with Julia, wife of Tiberius, for which I demand the full penalty of the law of Rome. Did I play my part well in this comedy called life? Applause, please.
And what do you know of real battle, Octavius? I've studied. Let me show you. Take me with you to Syria next month. Let me fight in the Parthian Wars.
Octavius.
No. I have other plans for you.
And what sort of guidance are you looking for? Perhaps Minerva will hear.
I'd ask her to send me far from Rome, far from this boring life. I tried to stop him today. I called to him. He didn't hear me. My God. 30 stab wounds. And he never dropped that expression. Fearless. Giving nothing, full of scorn for those who did. It must have been a blow that he named me his heir.
A blow. A knife in the gut. I had shed such blood for him in battle and he had barely mentioned you.
Kept me at a distance. I hardly knew him.
Caesar would never trust such an unequal partnership.
It's not unequal.
So what do you bring to Antony?
What do I bring? I am Caesar. Antony has defied the will of my uncle and taken Rome for himself. The people need a voice. You are Rome's greatest statesman. You must return.
I have no desire to see Romans killing Romans tomorrow. Even disgraced soldiers do not deserve to die because of your vanity.
My vanity? I never wanted this legacy.
Then why are we here?
Because Caesar chose me.
Because he refused to share power with anyone. It was pride.
No, I was a student. A student. That's what he wanted.
Caesar doesn't want to strike the first blow against an old friend, so he wishes to lure Pompey into attacking him first. Pompey will only do this if he believes Caesar is weak.
No. They're as good as brothers, those two.
When Julia died, the last true bond between them was cut. Caesar has taken the love of the common people from Pompey, and that was his most prized possession. A battle is inevitable.
It should remain as it was at the founding of the Republic. Why should that change?
Because the Roman people are suffering. Because slaves have taken all the work. Because nobles have taken all the land. And the streets are full of the homeless and the starving.
Well, I had no idea my son was such a firebrand.
The nobles say that Caesar is a war criminal. They say that he wishes to march on Rome and make himself king. Calm yourself, mother, please. You become unbalanced. Why care so much who he beds? It is trivial.
You take after your father, simple as milk. If he were not mewling in bed with that witch, he would be chasing down Pompey. It is not trivium. The Republic is at stake.
Since when do you care about the Republic?
I care deeply about the Republic.
It would be very unwise to cause trouble about this. Oh, it's not the killing. It's the waving about of swords I find tedious. I dare say I can kill people readily enough, as long as they're not fighting back. Mother, think. You heard what Servilia said. She wants you to run away.
More fool her, let her try and find me.
She will find you. You have no talent for hiding.
Gold, silver, and other monies I leave to Gaius Octavian, who is henceforth to be regarded, for all intents and purposes, as my lawful son and sole heir.
I must stay in Rome.
Hey?
I must stay in Rome. I'm Caesar's son. I must protect my status and rights.
What about the money?
I've promised it. I'm sorry I didn't tell you before now. I knew you'd object. I've decided to enter public life. This seemed the best way to introduce myself to the people.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm Caesar's rightful heir.
You're lucky you're breathing!
Animal! You're not fit to leave Rome!
I speak to you now, not as a soldier or citizen, but as a grieving son. As my first act in this reborn republic, and in honor of my father, I propose a motion to declare Brutus and Cassius murderers and enemies of the state.
My dear boy, this is not what we agreed.
It is not. Nevertheless, here we are. Stabbed 27 times, butchered by men he called his friends. Who will tell me that is not murder? Who will tell my legions, who love Caesar as I do, that that is not murder?
Do you understand what I'm saying, or shall I speak more slowly?
No. Making use of strategic surprise is obvious. To that end, there is a list of the most prominent friends and supporters of Brutus and Cassius left in Rome. We should kill them before they learn what we're about.
If you need to urinate, now would be the time.
I'm fine, thank you. And her daughter, Livia.
Honored.
Tell me, how would you like to be married to me?
Oh, Antony's not entirely irrational. Given enough money, why should he refuse?
Antony's not motivated by money. He hopes the people will rise up in anger and depose me. Either that, or he simply wishes to provoke me into declaring war on him.
But then we must do our duty, for he is no longer a Roman, but an Egyptian. And what is left for us to do but fight him?
Even Caesarion.
He's just a boy. He's no threat to me.
I remain Queen of Egypt.
You are Egypt. How could I replace you?
I think they'll use us to get what they want, and then get rid of us afterwards. That's the way I'd do it.
Gaius Julius Caesar. It was your father they killed. You can avenge him. Julius Caesar was my father, and I will avenge him.
Anyone still backing Brutus and Cassius, anyone who supports the Republic, then we butcher them and seize all their assets. On some legal pretext.
It's impossible in daylight. Streets are jammed with people.
will put a price on their heads. A big one. Their own slaves will betray them. Their wives, their neighbors. He married her because her family's rich. That's why everybody gets married. Money, power, family, they're the only things that matter.
To the son of a moneylender, I'm sure that's true.
Grandson. No, we are not going to kill him.
Might never get another chance.
His fucking fleet's starving Rome to death. We need a deal.
You're a long way from Sicily! So are you!
So are you.
Livia, you're all grown up.
So are you?
Fixed. Did you see that driver get killed last month?
We should see if maybe something might be done for your situation.
I didn't come back here to beg.
What did you come back for?
To find a new husband.
Anyone in particular?
Then state your terms.
I want my inheritance back. My birthright.
In return, what do I get?
You get to divorce Scribonia. And marry Livia Drusilla of the Claudi.
Does your husband know you're here?
With no famous ancestors and no death masks in the atrium, would instantly acquire all the honor and glamour of my family's history. You can't buy that.
Apparently you can. Agrippa will marry you.
Not good enough. Let me know.
Well, it makes sense for us politically.
Well, does it?
She buys us class, she buys us votes.
She buys me nothing. She buys you a fucking scandal. Dumping your pregnant wife to marry someone else's pregnant wife, is that even legal?
I'll speak to the pontiffs.
It'll mean war with Sextus.
It'll come to that anyway. With all of them. In the end.
You're referring to the malicious rumor that my wife has opinions on politics. And that I actually listen to them.
The Republic was corrupt and lazy and complacent. We can achieve so much more.
So a dictator then?
No, Livia. I don't want to be a dictator. I want to be a god.
Now, Rome is at peace. The law courts are open. The treasury is full. Our seas are clear of pirates. Our enemies are crushed. Never before has Rome enjoyed such honor or faced so great a future.
Is it true she can't have children now? It's time you held your own games. My gift.
I'm very grateful.
Tiberius is my best administrator. Battles are glamorous, but management is the bedrock of Rome. Where's your judgment? Your self-control? You are the son of my wife! I should have you whipped like a slave.
It was his daughter I was debauching.
You are betrothed to my niece! You don't go around humping the daughters of senators!
Caesar Augustus.
Here I am!
Nobody called you as a witness.
Seriously, you're telling everyone I did it!
I love you, Livia Drusilla.